Today on Look at Me Now, the Joy Fit Club, we have a new member, 33-year-old Aimee Erickson. She once weighed, are you ready? We told you this, 380 pounds. But then she dropped 240 pounds. She now weighs 140. You do the math. But let's take a look at Aimee's story.
My name is Aimee, and I weighed 380 pounds at my heaviest. The history of my weight goes back probably to birth. My mom even commented that when I was a baby, trying to get me in a onesie was hard because I was so large. I had weight issues all through childhood, through high school, and into adulthood. I just ate what I wanted and didn't really think about it, and I just kept getting larger and larger. My family had issues with food, and both my parents were overweight. It's always been my life to be heavy. I didn't know any other way. I was not able to go up a flight of stairs without being out of breath. It was very hard to get up and down off the floor. It was very hard finding clothes to fit me, to tie my shoes. When you're overweight, you're invisible. You're ridiculed. Working with children was really hard. I got a lot of comments about, oh, are you pregnant? Why are you so fat? And it was very humiliating. I reprimanded a child for calling me fat. The parent said, well, you are fat, aren't you? That was even more humiliating. Even though I've lost weight, I still have that fat girl inside of me. I'm a real different person with this weight loss. I feel like actual big burden's been lifted off my shoulders.
All right, let's take one more look at Aimee before, in case you've forgotten. There's Aimee. All right, girl. Come on out, Aimee. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We wanted Aimee to come out. Who are you? You look so good. Oh, my gosh. Wait, let's take a look. Okay, let me see the before and after again. I just want to see it side by side for Aimee. Aimee, when you look at that other picture down there, what do you think?
I don't even know that person anymore. It's like, I can't believe that I had gotten that large, and wow. I can't even relate to that person anymore.
Now, most people, I mean, when we think about it, we think about losing weight, 20 pounds, some 50 pounds. You dropped 240. I'm sorry I'm making you stand up, but I have to keep looking at you for a second. How did you drop all that weight?
Diet and exercise and perseverance and just...
Unbelievable. You are unbelievable. Wait, okay, come on. Wait, I'll let you sit down for just a second. You know I'm going to make you stand up again because you can go ahead and sit right there.
There you go.
Wait, before you do sit down, can we just take a shot of these behind? These are your jeans.
Yeah, the largest size I wore was a size 38.
38?
Yeah, and now I wear a size 8.
Oh, my. I know, I can't. Sit down.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you say diet and exercise. That's not enough for me. I need to know details. How did you drop all that weight?
I started transitioning a little bit with foods from high-fat foods to low-fat foods, and then high-sugared foods to lower-sugar foods. But mostly, you know, it's just having that perseverance. And I was like a dog with a bone. I didn't let it go. I saw that finishing line, and I just headed straight for it.
Well, when I look at these pictures, I can't even believe it. What was? There's always a moment I notice with women who come on our Joy Fit Club, and they always say there was this one moment, a light bulb moment for me. What was your kind of aha moment?
Well, my parents are suffering from things that can be hereditary, and they're living with it day in and day out in their lives. And I just had an epiphany one day and thought, I'm going to exercise just 10 minutes a day. And
but you had trouble walking even
yeah,
then,
just
right?
for my health.
Yeah.
And I probably won't lose weight because when you're that heavy, you're very negative.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm never going to lose weight. I'm always going to be like this. This is me. And so I started losing weight, though, and I just started, the numbers start dropping. But those 10 minutes, I was red-faced. I was like, I can't do this.
Right?
Yeah, I was just dying.
What was the, I mean, I know people must have said a lot of not kind things to you, but what were some things that stuck in your head that just really bothered you?
Like being called whale, and can you fit in that chair? I remember going to a doctor, and the doctor was like, I need to ask if you weigh over 300 pounds, because if you do, you have to go to another facility to get an x-ray. And it was just, I don't think of that pain that led me to that doctor or that situation. Those words sting you and kind of...
You can tell, actually I can tell just looking at you right now, it's still an emotional thing. Do you feel like the skinny girl? Because you're the skinny girl, by the way.
You hear that, but you still have that fat girl mentality in you. That's like 33 years just in you.
Yeah. Okay, now listen, it's all about the food, Joy. Yeah. So let's take a look. Explain this table to me. What is all of this business right here?
Well, this is interesting, and I think a lot of the viewers are going to be able to relate to this. prior, when you were incredibly overweight, she had disordered eating. She was a compulsive binge eater. And this, the pizza, all the sodas, the Doritos, the pasta, this would be a dinner that she would share with a friend. This whole spread,
Wait, this is for
people
two?
would eat.
This is dinner for two? Wow. Okay.
But Hoda, now something sad happened. After she hit her goal, she took her obsession to the other extreme, and
What's
this
that?
would be a dinner
Wait, what?
that she
The
was
apple and the
eating.
Jell-O?
Yes, because after she lost all the weight, she didn't know how to stop dieting, and it turned into anorexia.
Gail, this is one of those things where people are sometimes one extreme and then go to the
Yes.
other, right? We have Gail Saltz here, by the way, to give us some perspective on this.
You know, it's much more common than you would realize because people have certain personality types or character types. And if you sort of have an addictive style
Right.
or a compulsive style, then your compulsivity is going to come out somewhere. So initially it might be, I need to eat all this food, I need
Right.
to eat in a perseverative, repetitive way. But then if you've worked on the dieting may become your compulsion. So I need to diet, or exercise. In fact, exercise bulimia, which means you're exercising hours and hours a day, is much more common than people realize.
So, Amy, but you went down that road, but you've pulled yourself back, haven't you?
Yeah.
Can you stand with me one more time? Come here. I'm sorry, but I like this sitting and talking business, but it's just incredible. When you look at yourself and you see this sort of new you, tell me the best reaction you've ever gotten as you look into that camera. What's the best reaction you've gotten from someone who walked up to you and maybe didn't even know who you were?
It just amazes me. I have to almost stare in the mirror. I can't believe that person was me. It's just amazing. It's almost surreal, you
Right.
know? It's very surreal.
And Hoda, to end this on a real positive note, I do want to say that she is eating in the middle now,
Wow.
and she's
You're eating in the middle?
exercising in the middle. She has meals throughout the day and snacks. She takes care of herself.
Did you have anybody who gave you one of those, who are you, like I just did when you walked in? Did you have anybody who hadn't seen you in a while who saw you after?
My mom lives in another state. She lives in Nevada, and when she came up to visit after several months, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't
Really?
believe how different you look."
Wait, can I just say something? After your friends see this story, it's going to be a whole new deal. Gail, you want to say
I was
something?
just going to say, getting control of that symptom of doing something over and over again is probably one of the greatest gifts because it's for all of your life. Being able to feel like I can do in moderation, I can do what I want to do. That's a feeling of emotional control that is so fantastic.
Amy, there are a lot of people at home who had just had a huge, humongous turkey dinner. They've gained a lot of weight. They feel terrible. How can you, give them a little advice if you wouldn't mind.
Well, what worked for me was I thought about all those comments that were made to me, all the negative feelings that I kept inside, and I just worked those into that willpower to just keep going. Because you get really negative.
What do you do when you feel weak, when you fall off the wagon and you want some
I won't
pizza?
accept it. I won't accept it.
Wow.
I don't accept being that heavy again. I will never be that heavy ever again. I don't accept it.
You are the best. Amy, congratulations. And again, if you know someone who you think should be in the Joy Fit Club, please go onto our website at todayshow.com for details. Maybe you can be just like Amy. Joy, thank you so much. Gail Saltz, again, thank you for everything. And we're so excited to have you in the club. Welcome, welcome. We'll be back, but first, Smith.